after I got, oh, by the way, I'm 77 years of age. I feel better than I did when I was in my 50s and 60s because I went where my elite friend told me to go. And, Alex, all I can say is after I got over all of this, and in 6 weeks' time is what it took, and something that they couldn't even touch, but they did where my elite friend told me to go. I talked with my elite friend the other day on the phone, and he told me some things that are going to happen in the next few months' time that your audience has got to know, and that's the reason I'm here today. The elite are working towards a date for the collapse of all of the currencies. Now, you do a marvelous job, Alex, of telling everything that's happening. Sandy Hook, all these things that are taking place right now, what's happening in Washington. I have a connection, and you know what it's been for 37 years, and I am so concerned about what they're about to do because I will know, and I promise you, Alex, I will call your producer, and I will tell them. I've been promised that I will know before it happens, at least a few weeks, maybe a few months. Cyprus was only an example of something that they are going to do.
I know who your source is, and I know that they've given us valuable information that, oil would go from $50 a barrel to $150, and then it would go to below 40, and it went to below 40, and then and a lot of what you get, we later get, or at the same time get from our Bilderberg sources, which are like minions of Bilderberg members. Well, one of them is not a minion, but the point is that truth is stranger than fiction. And so I remember when because you brought up that, you're like, get it out of the bank. Anything on paper will be worthless. And they're going to use paper money paper gold to drive down gold, but it will only go up after that. And then and before they put the fleet into Asia, you said, watch Korea. They're going to bring down the Muslims with sectarian violence and destabilization. That's to get them out of the way and blah, blah, blah. So he definitely is saying this. Now the question is, does he let it on everything? Because he's pretty old now. I mean, he has been a big insider. And then now what is he telling you? And you did hammer, I think even the last time you were on, like 3 or 4 months ago, you said they're going to start going after the bank accounts, the pensions, and get your money out of the bank. So, Lindsey Williams, quick, run through it because we're almost out of time today. Run through your new data dump for us.
You will hear it from my elite friend before you hear it from any other source you've got, Alex, and that's the reason that I call your producer from time to time and ask to be on. Yes, I will try to run through it as fast as I can. Cyprus, please don't look over it. Cyprus is an example, so I've just been told, of an example of something similar. I didn't say exactly. They're not going to go into bank accounts in America. You don't have to worry about that. But Cyprus, it is an example of something they're going to do. I will tell you one thing. You have got to watch retirement funds. It's already being talked. Now, Alex, again, please bear with me. You won't hear this from any other source except my friend. He's telling me as he hears it behind closed doors. They are talking behind closed doors about the possibility of going into the retirement funds of the people in America, whether it be federal, state, or private retirement funds, and doing what they did in Cyprus when they withdrew from the banks. They're going to retire. They're talking about it. We're doing it from the retirement funds in America. Similar events to Cyprus are going to take place in numerous nations in the next few months. I'm warning you. Watch New Zealand. Watch Japan. Watch Australia. If you have any money in the Caymans and Dubai, get it out as fast as you can. Caymans and Dubai are in a lot of danger. Let me try to explain why. Very few people ever knew what Cyprus was really about. I never heard it on your program, any other program. Or with all due respects to you, Alex, I wish you could talk to my friend. One of these days, I hope I can put you on the phone with him. Cyprus was a money laundering country for the wealthy of a number of countries. Number one, and most Russians. Again, a lot of Europeans laundered their money there. A lot of the drug lords laundered their money through Cyprus. The Middle East entities and the weapons handlers and the terrorists were all laundering their money through Cyprus. They lost approximately $10 billion, the group of people I just told you, and here's why. This is what my elite friend told me. He said, Lindsey, here are the elite way up here. Now, think of it, if you can, in my hands up here at the top. Here are the super elite. Here are the ones that I knew years ago and still know a few of them today who are retired. Down here at the bottom, you've got the wealthy people. All of these people in between, whom you would call wealthy or super wealthy, they